All right, here we go. So, yeah, so what we talked about is we want to be able to get you to have more extension. So meaning I want that leg to be able to go behind you. So we need to get that stronger and more flexible. So with this motion, what we talked about was don't use your back. You want to imagine that this is stationary and you're just only extending your hip, keeping your knee straight. And what you can do too is think of lengthening your leg away from you and then swinging it up. And you want to feel it on those outer glutes when you squeeze. So we said squeeze your glute. So go ahead, do that then. Squeeze your glute, straighten your knee, and then lift by this area where you're squeezing. There you go. And do it on this side so the camera can see. So squeeze, no, go ahead. Squeeze this first. Yep, straighten your knee, then lift there. Good. Don't rotate. So it's just more straight back. Okay? So with this one, you're going to do 2 sets of 8. And I want you to focus on quality over quantity. Okay? Because you still are weak there. So we want you to really feel it here. If you're not feeling the glute, then you need to reassess and redo it. I want 8 good reps. Don't use your back. The next one you're going to do is you're going to bend up your knees. You want your knees together. And then now we're going to do like reverse windshield wipers, like you said. So again, we're trying to keep this somewhat stationary. Your hip might lift up a little bit. That's okay. But try to keep your rotation minimal at your low back. And then you're trying to go all the way. And you want to feel it right in here, like in your SI regions. Mm-hmm. That means that you're feeling it right. Because you're basically, what you're trying to do is create a little bit of torque there. Might get achy with this one. If you do, let me know. And maybe either back off, like don't do it as much, or don't do it at all. Okay?
Okay.
But you need that mobility. So it's just going to take some time. So a little achiness is expected. But I don't want it to be super achy. Okay? All right. And then another one that we talked about was doing internal rotation. So you're going to try to keep your knees together and then push it apart. Okay? So push apart. And when you do this at home, you can use a band if you want. Trying to push that out. You see how your ankles are rotating? That means you're trying to kick on other muscles. So try to just only use these muscles deep in here, those internal rotators and external rotators. There you go. So there you go. Yep. So the motion might not seem as strong and you might not get as far, but you're being more specific, okay? So again, 8 reps, 2 sets, like that, okay? So that would be another one.
Okay.
All right. Other things you can do, I think have been doing, we're gonna do scorpions. So you're gonna bring that leg back and behind you, rotating. And you're gonna try to see if you can do this with minimal back involvement. So you're gonna kind of be about there and then try to reach it as far as you can go. So go ahead and try that one for me.
Reach, reach, reach.
Yeah, you're not gonna fall off. I got you. Yeah, so you come all the way and then go forward. And go the other direction. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So this should be able to come all the way back. Right? Like you should be able to reach your leg and imagine it's touching the floor. Right? So this is that hip extension again. Again, what do you do when you swing? You're doing that motion, right? Like you end up like that almost. So you're swinging, right? I'm in that position. So this is the same position as when I'm golfing.
Yeah.
Okay? So especially a right-handed swing would be your right leg going over your left. So this is your swing. In a simplified, you see how hard that is to go back? You got to get that to be a little bit better so that can get, you have more power there.
You can just come stretch me out before.
Yeah, just stretch you out every time you go. If you need a little more pull, you could have Stacy just kind of hold you down and stretch like this.
Okay.
Or what you could do is take a band and attach it to your ankle. So like you're gonna want probably like a red band. And you're only gonna do one set at a time.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna attach this to a rig, and then as you pull, it's gonna kind of pull you back a little bit. So you want tension on it. So you're basically gonna have it attached to something over here, and it's nice and tight. So it's gonna help you get it back a little bit easier. So go ahead and bring your leg towards me.
That's got my knee in a funny spot.
You're like, no, I don't like that.
That's got my knee in like a funny spot.
Okay.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
So what happens when you do that
Mhm.
pull?
Mm-hmm.
It's pulling on the quad.
Mm-hmm.
So the quad's also tight, so it's just kind of pulling on your kneecap,
Yeah.
pulling it out
Yeah,
a
okay.
little bit of the track a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Felt like it.
Yep. Okay.
My God, that hurts.
Yeah. So but that's called the scorpion. Okay. So as you can see, that's probably one of the big ones for
unlike
mobility.
The, snowboarding scorpion, which you don't ever want to
Don't do that kind. Yeah.
That one sucks.
Yeah, that one sucks a lot. I've done that. So
I've seen cut helmets and everything.
really
Yeah. Oh yeah.
cut helmets.
Oh yeah.
They break off
From
like
the snowboard.
oh shoot.
From the snowboard coming on.
Oh my gosh.
Kicking them in the head. So luckily they were wearing a helmet. Otherwise, it'd slice their head open.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's scary. That's really scary. Alright. And then